Here we go. Rumbling time, I already tested the dungeon. And I made the video with all Horde leaders about the dungeon, so that part is done. So next thing that I would actually want to do is work on the hero campaign. So Darkmist Broodqueen and then Jaina Proudmoore would be the next steps. What about the Darkmist Broodqueen? What do I want against Darkmist Broodqueen? Let me see. Does Alliance even have anything interesting? I need something against the gargoyles, then I need something against the swarms, something against the ogre mages. I mean, abomination is never a bad option, right? I don't think it is bad. Might actually keep the bandits at a safe, but Alliance doesn't really have a ton of other good stuff. So this could be the Pyromancer, of course. What else I have? Squad. I have Cycle. Cycle is nice. Cycle can be a Witch Doctor, for example. Hi Marcel. And hi Shaheen. Pyro, Witch Doctor. Would I go with a Chimera? It's not an impossible idea to go with the Chimera. And then switch this for a Witch Doctor, maybe. Bit on the expensive side, I suppose. Maybe a little 3.4. Not sure if I really need the Chimera. Well, let's go see what happens. Need help with Jaina Heroic. I'm not quite there yet. I'm at the Darkmist Broodqueen now. I haven't had time to play Heroics for a couple of weeks here, so I have fallen a little bit more behind again. But I'll try to make some time. This week's dungeon at least was a little bit easier, so I got the dungeon done. Because I was testing like Jaina every single day, and I couldn't get the good Jaina guide done last week, so that really helped me back. But now it should be fine. I'm gonna send these out there. I suppose. No. Abomination is just such a beautiful mini there. I would need another tank though. Or I would have to use Tyrion. But look at the Chimera. Putting in the work. I wouldn't send another tank, but the Chimera is going to die, of course, because it's so far ahead. But it does a great job against the Gargoyle. That is quite nice. Alright, I'll get some extra gold. There's an Ogre Mage coming, but... well, that Ogre Mage, that's going to meet the Abomination. And, well, that's all about the Ogre Mage, I suppose. Abomination just doing a beautiful job. Okay. Here we go. The Abomination in there. Going to send another one. Now the first Abomination is going to fall. I have another one coming together with a Pyromancer and a bit of Witch Doctor in power. Abomination will tank any minis that try to attack. Some Harpies are coming, but that's okay. We just sent Safe pilot to take care of them. And one more and we can get another Chimera going. I'll send these against the Fire Hammer. Yep, they did a splendid job there. What's my abomination doing? My abomination has died. That's unpleasant. Did I actually need to conquer the other tower? Maybe I did. Maybe I did need to conquer the other tower. Get faster assaults from there. Something along those lines. Gargoyles have not been an issue with these. This means I'm easily able to handle the gargoyles, but I am pushing a little bit slowly, I think. Oh, what's that? Maybe pushing a little bit slowly here. This means I'm not the fastest. 5 and 6 and... I'm definitely not the fastest, so this is not an ideal comp after all. I need a little bit more survivability for the domination to really make this worthwhile. Missed because of... oh dear. Yeah. This wasn't the greatest after all. If I want this to be a death ball style, I need it to be a little bit... the abomination needs to be sturdier. It doesn't last long enough. Okay. Well, I mean, I have options. For example, I could go Fire Elemental. Or I could just add the Shaman here. Pyromancer is such a nice mini though. Didn't get any real value from these. Maybe I could have a Griffin Rider. Oh, this is quite expensive though. One way to make it a little bit cheaper would be to switch into Fire Rally. So let's try that approach. Obviously this requires the talent to give it armored. Oh, we'll see. Making it armored there. But now I'm not stopping the gargoyle very quickly. The initial gargoyle taking a bit too much damage from that, I think. And the Fire Elemental is also taking a fair bit of damage, even though it's armored now. So that wasn't as good. Send another one. My base might actually just be destroyed by those harpies there. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's going to be destroyed. It actually didn't feel as good. I didn't have to open with the fire elemental, though I could have just opened with the chimera. Chimera would then... Now I don't have the armor and the fire elemental, but I can't get... I'm going to have an armored chimera. Which just is not the same thing. Obviously I don't have a talent on the witch doctor on this account. Which is also a thing. Well, now I could send a fire elemental and this time make it armored. Do I just ignore that tower? So I'm certain about that too. Send some units. How does the fire elemental do? It is quite sturdy, isn't it? That feels fairly sturdy. The resistance is reasonably powerful. But even so, that too fell to the Broodqueen. The Broodqueen does have some damage output. I try to send another of those fire elementals, and then I try to send a little bit of support for it. This is a slight improvement, I suppose. I'm not sure if this is enough. Sending out the troops again. Now those harpies are going to be a pain. I will have to use this to try to catch them. Catch them, but I catch them a little bit too late. Well, this does win, but... I'm not sure. Petrokovich is Walker Frumble kick or cringe? I have no idea what kind of game would be kick. I really don't know. Slight improvement. I wonder if the Broodqueen could just be killed with unbounds. That's what came to mind. Looking at Broodqueen there. It's like, what about unbounds? Would it just die? If I have enough defense, then I jam in some Skeleton parties. Might disable the talent, people won't have ritual that often anyway. Which cost is an abhorrent 3.9. That is quite bleak. Not really need a chimera to defend this, right? I could have something else. Well, maybe we'll give this a shot and see what happens exactly. Let's see. Okay. Well, these are able to handle the gargoyle, right? Skeleton body is pretty decent against gargoyles. I have the abomination as a big tank up front. I can also support them a little bit with the chimera. Abomination taking surprisingly much damage, I have to say. I'm taking more damage than I expected. Oh, I did think that that would kill the harpies. Nah, this went all wrong. That was a rather disastrous display. Yeah, that didn't work at all. Why? Why didn't it work at all? I guess the skeleton party wasn't effective enough against the gargoyle. So maybe the defense. Either I would have to reorganize the defense or I would have to reorganize the attack. Hi, Halireza. This could be something like a Worgen. Suppose. Do I really want to go with the abomination as a tank? It's hard to cycle to an answer if the abomination is my tank. Well, now I end up in a position where I have nothing to play. It's not great either. How is it? Oh, that gargoyle is going to destroy my base, because my opening hand didn't include either of my two gargoyle answers. Yeah, that was a nasty, brutish and short combat. Well, the opening hand is going to be the same, unless I change the seed or the positions. Then I have to do something like this instead. This should now at least survive. And it did indeed. And that gives me enough time to deploy the abomination. No gargoyles are on the way. Tough gargoyles. Last time I had multiple... I had the Witch Doctor in the Alliance team, right? So Witch Doctor could shoot them... Well, almost everything could shoot at a gargoyle here. What's happening to average calculations in army slots? Yeah, it doesn't take into account the bonus slots right now. But it's just a visual error. Everything in the game still works perfectly normally. Play Murkai first. Yeah, I don't use the leaders. So that you can use any leader you want. That's the whole idea for the guides. Oh, the Banshee and steal the first gargoyle. And Banshee is kind of like the basic answer, yeah. I am aware. I also have used Banshee extensively. The thing is just that I don't particularly want the gargoyles. Because there's nothing in that map that gargoyles do for me. So yeah, if it's effective enough, then I can use that just to get rid of a gargoyle. But there's no real upside in having a gargoyle of your own in that map. That's why I would rather do it without a Banshee, if there's feasible enough solutions. I'm from Finland, yeah. How about Huntress? Huntress sucks. I don't think I have ever found a single map where Huntress is actually good. So far I haven't found any. Also Gargoyle is armored and Huntress deals physical damage, so Huntress barely scratches a gargoyle. So against Gargoyle in particular, Huntress doesn't do anything at all. So the idea with this army was to try if I could just unbound kill the Broodqueen. And if I can find a defense that holds enough that I can unbound kill it. Like, pretty much in every map you have to test the opportunity of an unbound kill. Because unbound kills are so incredibly fast and effective when they work. But sometimes you can't build a proper comp that has adequate defenses for that. So we'll see. I mean, the seed is of course quite a terrible one for me. I could drop those eggs over there actually. Fire Elemental doesn't last very well. I'll turn the Ogre Mage around there. Chimera is really good against these gargoyles. It also stays in the fight for an extended period of time, which is really sweet. And we're going to try some of this unbound thing here. Now we're actually stable enough. We can try to drop some unbounds on them. That was a little bit too hasty because now the eggs won't get popped. This should not. No, I forgot about the stealth. Phew. Last moment save with the kobold. Like, Broodqueen does not appear to be very durable. So there is kind of a point to this. There is kind of a point to this. See how it fell. As soon as I started getting something out there that hits it, then it just died. So it's a fairly long path to towards the Broodqueen from the base. Which kind of makes unbound strategies attractive. I mean, the level is, it shows 16.6 here, but it's actually, well, minus 0, it's actually 2.5 more than that. So that was a 19.1 kill. And this is a 21 zone, isn't it? That was a minus 1.9. Then again, this one was actually lower level. With Tyrion, without the unbounds. Good night, Alibreza. But I am slightly intrigued. I need to figure out the right defense. Didn't you get Epic Fire Elemental? Yeah, on my main account, but this is the free to play. I usually work on the progress skills on this account first. Make them with as little resources as possible. But yeah, I did buy the epic. It's my first epic on that account as well. This account obviously doesn't have any. And I actually have later on thought that I should not have gotten these rares. I think that may have been a mistake. Because I might not want this account to go to that so high levels. At all. Because I would need to set up a few accounts so that I would have an account on every level range. So that when there's balance changes and stuff, I could test all the different level ranges. And getting these rares was maybe a mistake. Should have kept them only at uncommon. Well, it depends on where I'm going to set this account at. We'll see. I'd need to create a couple of new ones to get the lower levels sorted as well. But Unbounds definitely killed the Broodqueen fairly effectively. And Quillbore is the most effective tank because Broodqueen damage is elemental. I want the Quillbore. Then I want the defense line. Fire elemental, I mean, because of all the eggs and all the spiderlings, you kind of want an AoE tank, which then limits you to Abomination and Fire Elemental. And Abomination is quite expensive. If you can get away with a 4 gold one, then you might rather do that than a 6 gold one. Wellbacks looked good. Possibly. Possibly. They happen to be Blackrock, so I could set them here. I kind of enjoyed the Chimera for the gargoyle defense, because Chimera is so slow. It takes a very long time for the Chimera to get to the other side, which means that Chimera is just going to kill a number of gargoyles before it actually gets anywhere. Unless I want to do Banshee kind of things, but because there's no value in the gargoyle that I steal, that makes me not want to Banshee. What about the safe pilot? Let's see. Vultures. And they're kind of meme-worthy. They can do things here because these eggs spawn spiderlings, which also don't hit air. So you get like a huge squadron of vultures. But then there are ogre mages that just shoot them down. And also the boss has a large AoE attack. So you need to turn the boss around. You need to avoid ogre mages. There's just a little bit too many things that have to go right for vultures to actually be successful in this map. I don't think they are an optimal choice. Although for fun and giggles, you might opt to go with them. Now this went poorly. And the base is dead. Because there's that gargoyle very close to the base at the start, a pre-positioned gargoyle, that means that the importance of your opening hand, or at least the way you cycle your opening hand, is quite important. Here I probably just need to do something like this. Now this should be successful. No. Still died. I thought I would be able to take down the gargoyle. I was a little too late with the eggs, wasn't I? The ogre mage also started shooting. So I actually need to be a little bit faster with the eggs. Oh no, now I'm too slow with the eggs again, am I not? Yes, I am. Okay, well that was my bad. A bit too slow with the eggs. I'm taking a bit too much damage because of that. I mean, that is one of the worst opening hands, obviously, because I don't have any of my... I have 2 anti-gargoyle tools, and I don't have access to either of them. But with a proper cycle, you should be able to get through most of these positions without actually manipulating your hand, which you can, of course, also do. So here, there... this. We're sort of alive. Not sure how alive exactly. At least a little bit alive. Perfect timing there. Oh dear, I need a tank. Might be a little bit faster with the billboard there. Small mistake, small mistake. Well, the fire elemental will kill the ogre mage. Needed to play this a little bit later on this side. Yeah, I think that actually caused me to lose the game here. Okay, now we're dead. hard to recover from such a terrible opening hand because the opening gargoyle has got to be met. And obviously if you have two cards that meet it and they are at the bottom, it can be a little awkward. How did this compare now to the one that I used earlier? I mean, it is almost the same. And a little bit more anti-gargoyle things. So I have a number of options. There's the Banshee, there's the Necro, there's the Firehammer. Firehammer could be really strong here. Obviously Banshee is always an option too. Well, I don't have a slot for the Drake. Oh yeah, that... Oh, none of those... Oh my goodness. None of the slots were anywhere near the opening. Well, that was really unlucky. I didn't remember it was that bad. Even though I added another anti-gargoyle tool, it also went to the bottom of the deck. Tommaso, how are you doing? Fine, thanks. Any hints on next content? We don't have anything. Blizzard has not said anything, so we don't know. Just need to take this extremely carefully. Calculan, hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate the support. No! The Pyro's just a tiny bit too late, so the Ogre Mage... Yeah, well, I mean, 3 anti-gargoyle things in the deck, none of them available immediately. If one of them was in my opening hand, this would be super simple. But... make do with what we've got. No, I was too late again. Yeah. Just an example of a very aggressive opener against super bad hand. But they should all, most of them still be winnable with proper cycle. Then I position this over here and then it kills the Ogre Mage. And that makes me survive. Alright. Alright. Now we're much better off. Then we unleash the Firehammer. Go, Firehammer, go! It's actually a little bit disappointing, isn't it? Oopsie. Maybe I could, maybe I could. Maybe we go with the Banshee after all. None of the things I can swap around without losing bonuses or having to reroll bonus slots affects the opening hand, so we are back to the super bad hand, but it's irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. Alright, let's see. Here go the eggs, and this, and this. Then I need to get the miner to the right position. Pyro, no, I played the Pyro in the wrong spot. Well. Those and this over here, and it's ready to drop the Pyromancer, and here go Pyro. No. I failed with the Pyro again. Awkward. So let's drop this over there. I mean, this should still work. And Fire Elemental kills that over mage really easily. This was much better opening. Yeah. Much stronger. And I can use this to lure out that one. And now I would have enough gold soon to send a Banshee. We'll end up taking a hit before that landed. And now I actually don't have anything. Oh. That is the worst hand I have ever seen, I guess, in this game. But be it as it may. Put this out here. And the miner cannot survive. That is true. And then drop them out there. It's really too bad that I have to throw away a perfectly fine miner there. Don't really need it. And I have to take the hit from that one too. Now I can't stabilize against the Prowler. It's really too bad. It's possible that with this hand it is not possible with, I mean, super underleveled too. The combination of those two things might just be a little bit too much. I'd probably do some hand manipulation if I was in this position in other places. Come on, Pyro, shoot them down. Oh, almost. Almost is good enough. I got the eggs there, I can send a miner there. And manipulation actually was not needed. Look at that. You do make it. For a while I thought maybe it's necessary. Turns out that it isn't. This one out there, and then we send that one over there. Okay, send another Chimera. Chimeras are sadly going to die with the Firehammer. Deploy the leader in this kind of position. Which isn't really what I wanted to do, but oh dear. haven't quite been able to get to the groove that I want to have here. Which would be like eggs into quill ball. Let it shoot eggs once, then turn it around with the quill ball. Actually, didn't even manage to turn it around with the quill ball. Well. No, I'm going to lose that Chimera. That's not what I want. Can I really not turn it around? Eggs. Quill bore. I can't turn it around successfully, no. Trust that I truly cannot. Then the whelp quillbore plan is not that strong. It could be something else instead of the whelps. Because if we can't turn the enemy away from the whelps, then it's no use to use whelps there. Then you would want to drop the tank first and then drop something that deals the actual damage. I didn't even use the Banshee once. Should really use vultures. Nah, they're more of a meme for this one. They're mostly a meme. So if I don't use the whelps, I wasn't too happy with the Firehammer performance. So what should I use? I mean, these could also switch. Then opens up a slot here. Which could be... Doesn't have to be a tank. Squad spell. Oh, melee is also available. We have a lot of options. Could bring in a Witch Doctor to bring the cost down a little bit. Maybe. I think taking tower is probably completely unnecessary. That's my early impression. Taking the tower does not do anything. Oh, there's AoE as well. I was thinking melee. And the Worgen. It's one possible way. What is that? What if this is the skeleton party? Would be one alternative. I don't think harpies are good here at all, because like there are so many counters to harpies and for the boss. Put that over there, this over here, this over here. think I dropped the Pyromancer. Oh, almost lost the base already. That was not good. Yeah, it's a pretty painful opening. Oh dear. Now we died. Yep, now I'm dead. There's no way for me to stop the gargoyle in time. Just having to cycle 3 minis before I can get any anti-gargoyle minis is absolutely a wrecking problem. But let's see, so I'm dropping this over here and get these a little bit earlier. But this might not be good enough either, right? No, this is not good. Oh, that actually failed. What about not having the time to drop the skeleton party there? But I mean, the skeleton party could be replaced by a safe pilot. It will also give me some of that unbound power. It's mostly just about that opening cycle. Need to huff and buff a little bit there. Well, most it's okay. But that is no problem. A big one. Lethal problem, I would say. Yeah, can't keep all the gargoyles at bay. I could do it a little bit different. I think even with this, which is one of the worst possible hands, then I think this is still doable. I think I just need to need to get this Pyromancer on that side. Now that the Pyromancer comes here, it goes on this side. That's the important part. At least I thought it would be the important part. If I lose the Chimera, I'm in trouble, right? Well, it'd still be possible to recover from... No, it's not. Hi, Kalis. Let's see. Could I make better use of that 1 gold there? I feel like I could. I don't actually have to send the Pyromancer there. I can do it like this, can I not? Totally can, I totally can. Now I can set the Pyromancer here. I can also send the Pyro Elemental, but no, the Pyros are a little bit too slow. The hand is awfully awkward. Well, it's a pretty simple dungeon this time. And Horde is the easiest to make guides for, because all the leaders are basically just carbon copies of each other. And I also started immediately when it came out in Sydney, so... I was thinking a little bit too long. I just... Is that hand too awkward? Like this now. The gargoyle is physically pushing back the chimera. How about that? And we go over there. Then I can also answer this here. Can I? It might be because the pyro is 18. -3 pyros maybe too. And was my pyro 19 or 20 on the others? Is the pyro in too weak of a slot? I know all about what hobbies can do. Yeah, I think actually the slot being that weak, that pyro is -3, that's actually the only problem here. Did I have better slots on somebody else? I would actually have a lot better slots right here, for example. Why didn't I do it with this in the first place? So we just switch the same army. Swap the same army over to these slots and it's going to be much, much easier. I had Worgen, Safe Pilot and Quillball. Well, Safe Pilot does go there. I buff the Worgen, I can buff the Worgen too. Alright, no, that just completely solves the problem. Well, free-to-play account problems. Because now the -3 Pyromancer isn't fast enough at killing the gargoyle. But no one is going to do this with -3 Pyromancer, right? That would be very unlikely. I can ambush that. We can help here a little. Look at how beautiful this is now. No, I was a little sloppy with the miner. Really shouldn't do that. Can't afford to be sloppy with the miner. So I do need that. I do need that. Ah, a little sloppy again. Sloppy twice already. Oh, that's inconvenient. For sure. Pyro will kill those, right? Yep. And that means that I can send the miner out there. But then this is all going to turn out just fine after all. Just need a bit of a target there. And a bit of this over here. Well, this is the position where everyone would send the Drakizet in. I guess I'll just send it out there. This just makes so much sense that it would be awful not to. Then we start to work on this assault. What's hitting my base? Oh, they are. Badly, I must again defend. I'm kind of forced to. And that cover is actually going to kill the base. Oh dear. Is the unbound plan worth the hassle? It can kill the boss fairly quickly, but maybe there are the other approaches that are as fast. Okay, now get to mine. Alright, now things look good. Now things look the way they're meant to look like. Alright, here we go. There we go. Are we in a position? Are we still in a position to? No, it's still awkward. Base can kill that one, right? Having a bit of difficulty trying to get everything set for the unbounds. I did do the lowest level clear so far without unbounds. Maybe it is the most because we're looking for the optimal strategy here. I don't really care about like, yeah, you can clear it this way and that way. We're only interested in the optimal strategy. Because this was only 18.7. So that was minus 2.3. Whereas this one was 19.1 minus 1.9. Both have their upsides. Have you tried with vultures? I know what vultures do. And I'm fairly confident they're not optimal. I also know what harpies do, and I'm very confident that they're not optimal. Well, Bex, once they're low enough level, they don't kill the ogre mage, even if you drop them on top of it. So that's the problem. It's like even level clears are a completely different thing, because then you can rely on some specifics, like, hey, I can drop Welbex on an ogre mage and the ogre mage will die. But here we have seen that once we're low enough, then that does not happen. We cannot rely on that sort of rules of thumb. Witch Doctor could use some levels. The Witch Doctor is actually quite nice here. The best I like it with amplification in this one. Amplify Curse, but obviously that's a niche talent, so it would be kind of hard to recommend it with that one. I think I had Spirit Ward on my grid. I could go with Spirit Ward, but I need 200 coins. I have exactly 200 coins available right here, but that would take me a while to unpack. It's sort of be worth it. Armored Fire Elemental obviously is a thing. What if I just go with that? Session timed out. Yep. Darkmist Broodqueen again. Here we go. Okay, then we're saving up to make the armored fire elemental, I believe. Here we go, an armored fire elemental is there. Now ready to drop a Quillbore here to distract that one. I would need to kill that Prowler before it deals too much damage. Could you please kill it? Thank you. Took a fair while, but at least it died. And the armored fire elemental out there. Chimera is still bravely fighting. Right, we have a Chimera coming, that's nice. So that gargoyle is definitely not going to reach anywhere. Also assault the boss here. I guess this was pretty good. So we ditched the plan of killing the boss with unbounds after defending, and instead just chose to make a powerful push with an armored fire elemental. Seemed reasonably easy. We were doing that with a 18.9, so minus 2.1 levels. Shouldn't be impossible for people to have things at that level in a reasonable time frame. I kind of liked this one. This felt pretty good. How did it differ from this? I didn't have the Whelpex or the Worgen now. And instead I had Safe Pilot and the Shaman. And compared to the Tyrion, here I had the Griffin Rider and the Witch Doctor. Griffin Rider and the Witch Doctor instead of Pyro and Safe Pilot? No. Pyro and... Quillbor was missing from this. I'm pretty sure I'm not overlooking them. I would have the fire elemental again. Thing is, of course, that now it's armored. What if you don't have the shaman talent? That's where things can get awkward. So Chimera and the Safe Pilot were on that one. Chimera can be used here as well. I just need to reroll until I get the flying slot on this. There's flying. That gives me a chance to use Chimera. But there's no Safe Pilot here. What Horde? I mean, Witch Doctor is pretty obvious potential Horde mini for this one, I suppose. Let's see. This one out there. Armored fire elemental. Oh, we need to turn that around. Harpies are coming. I'm actually going to send the pyro from here so that the pyro will boom kill the harpies, and then it's going to go together with the rest of my offense. Yeah, the summons, indeed. Yeah, the summons. I'll try to get a little bit of Quillbore action there. I'm not sure how long the Quillbore is going to last, though. Make another Armored Fire Elemental here in the meanwhile. So far so good, but oh dear, that's actually going to hurt, because now those will kill the fire elemental quite quickly. Yep, so I made a bit of a mistake there. Oh, I just sent another one. Chimera actually being the most effective mini I have here, pretty much. I'm gonna use a Quillbore there to distract. Buy the fire elemental a little bit additional time with that. Try to cycle through a little bit. Ooh, and execute. It's painful. I have another Quillbore coming, so this will end this. So this is a fairly powerful way to handle this boss. I think this was slightly weaker than the one where I had Safe Pilot, because now I lacked a little bit of responsiveness. I think 2 unbounds, one being the Quillbore for tanking, and the other one something that deals immediate damage, preferably, like Safe Pilot. Might be optimal. Hi, OG Plankton. But this seems like a very powerful response. Like, I have a great tank. I have a lot of damage that kills gargoyles, and I have some responsiveness. Overall, just seems super powerful for this one. I'm going to do it with Undead. What were you using the Undead slots? Oh. Maybe Undead would make some use of Banshee. I'm not even sure whether that's better than putting a Necro. It's quite fast and tank. Ooh, Sylvanas has terrible slots, doesn't she? Particularly want any of those. We'll do it with another boss then. Whoa. Now the game got confused. Spell cycle unbound. These are not Revender slots, those are Sylvanas' slots. No, now it's fast, yeah. So I can get flying here. Just give me the Chimera. Maybe don't run the Shaman in this one. And then for the cycle slot, I already have a Quillbore. But I could also put the Quillbore here and put something else in the Unbound slot that I have. That would be an option. I don't find a cycle mini that I like. Maybe the Griffin Rider is good enough, though. Let's go give it a whirl. Whelpecks are not that strong. They're not very good against the boss, and you don't need them for the eggs. And they don't kill an Ogre Mage if they're underleveled. So there are many reasons not to use Whelpecks here. Okay. Walk with the cargo a little bit there. Combination taking surprisingly much damage. Say that's unexpected amounts of damage. Whoa, whoa. As soon as that commits, then we drop this. And I'm going to send a miner. Oh no, the miner was sent a little bit too early. Oh, I'm sadly going to lose the miner. Well, this is awkward. Sent a little bit of distraction there, but I guess I died. Abomination does take a lot of resources. We'll see, we'll see. I'm trying to hammer time a little bit here. Maybe make the abomination last a little longer. The abomination is already almost dead. That's not good. No, I was a little too slow with that. That's a problem, but Pyromancer can still make this alright. Yes, good work, Pyro, good work. No, not the poison. Ouch. Losing the miner there was a disaster. No, mispositioned that one. Oh, I guess we died then. Well, happens. I'll go for another attempt. But as you can see, also the Banshee is quite awkward to use in this one. And you gain no value from it. It does steal the eggs. I wasn't sure whether it would. But yeah, it does. Makes it like, there's so many reasons not to use Banshee in this map. I actually think I would be better off if it was a Necro. Actually. I should just put a Necro instead of that. That would be a stronger play. Fury version was quite terrible there. Well. No, I ended up getting poisoned again. That was a disaster. Can I steal the Ogre Mage, please? I could not. Yeah, I just don't like that Banshee at all in this map. There's very little upside and there are so many things that can go wrong with it. Also, hard to recommend in a guide, something that requires careful positioning and use, because then that's the major that the guide users will be unable to repeat that. So we have a few alternatives, but I am intrigued by the Necro. I didn't have the best Necro talent on this account. Also wasn't too impressed by that one. I would really need to have the Witch Doctor talent. That would make life so much better. Witch Doctor is very powerful with that talent. I've actually done this on my main account with Amplify Curse on Witch Doctor, and it was just wonderful. It takes half the health of a gargoyle. No, this was not good. I forgot that I don't have the Amplify. I don't have the Amplify, I'm just telling them that I don't have the Amplify, so should obviously remember that. I also don't even have the mages on the Necro, so lots of weak talents. But even so, the army is actually doing a spectacular job here. Look at everything's getting poisoned all the time. That's inconvenient. I think we managed to lose this somehow. Obviously no Witch Doctor talent and the bad Necro talent for this map are bad things, but the guides would need to work even with some weaker talents, because people have weaker talents, they don't always have the best ones. And like Spirit Ward here would just be so awesome. Abomination does have its upsides with the chain. Oh, I ended up getting the kobold poisoned. That was my bad. That was obviously a major mistake. Don't want to get your kobold poisoned. I have to get to another kobold because we need some income. But Chimera is doing a spectacular job. Just look at that Chimera. It's awesome. And that was a bit of a waste there. Didn't really benefit. Necro is a strong unit though, I must admit. Let's send another Necro. Can't really benefit that well from the skeletons now because of the... Oh, it's a little too late with that. Can't benefit well from the skeletons because of the poison. Poison really prevents me from doing fun things. Oh dear, I'm going to lose the Chimera. That was unpleasant. Well, my coach getting some work done. Lone, gravely injured. Firehammer does not scare me at all. I am having some trouble pushing through though. Oh, that execute. Overtime's about to start. Need to make a good push now. Good, strong push. That Prowler, I need to fight against the Prowler here. It requires this Abomination to be positioned on this side. Now that there's also that one coming, I need to get those out there as well. Yes, I can see that the time is running out. Bit of an unsatisfactory kill, I suppose. What about Fire Elemental? Yeah, I did a bunch of kills with Fire Elemental too. But thing is that Undead, you need to make some use of the Undead slots. So that's why it would make sense to use Abomination with the Undead. Because otherwise you have to use 2 Undead slots for something else, and then you would have to... Can you have a tank slot? No, there's no tank slot on Baron. Then you... No, I mean, you could put it in the elemental slot as well. Then you'd have to ditch the Pyro. You could, in theory, ditch the Pyro because you have Necro. It would be even better if Necro had mages. Which it doesn't right now. So then we could do something like this and swap that for... I don't have a lot of great things that I could swap that for. Like, yeah, we could do the Banshee thing again. But I think I have found Banshee to be quite unsatisfactory in this one. Let's see. Ready with the Banshee. Well, there's an opening to use the Banshee. There we go, there we go. No, the Prowler. Oh, so much poison. So much. At this point we're sending this over here, the Chimera. Now we have cleaned up so that I can send Kobold to mine. And I can use the Quillbore out there. Buy some time. Well, that was a waste. Our Witch Doctor is not terrible against hobbies, you know. It really is not. Okay, what if we send another Fire Elemental here? Send another Miner. First thing that's coming is the Gargoyle. I can send the Banshee to take the Gargoyle. Necro is so trying to solo the tower. Ah, that's some Necro work right there. I did manage to get that one. And I need to send the Chimera here, I think. That was a little bit weakly positioned. Yeah, poorly positioned the Witch Doctor. That caused a loss. I think that was doable though. Necro with Skeleton Talent actually became pretty hilarious, but so much getting poisoned so much, that's a little awkward. So we could try the Banshee. Now we can Banshee. We can drop a Necro. The Witch Doctor. Everything's poisoned all the time now, that's kind of the problem here. Even Necro dies to the poisoning. I want a Chimera here to support, and then I can send a Miner. Ah, but the Ogre Mage, I underestimated the speed of the Ogre Mage there. That went terribly then. And -4 Banshee does die to an Ogre Mage. Another unpleasant discovery. If it wasn't a -4, then there wouldn't be such a problem, but it is a -4, so there's that. Send some skellies out there. Those around a little bit. Everything getting poisoned again. Unpleasant. Of course, just so incredibly poisoned all the time. Alright, well, we do get to mine now. Banshee is now useless. Yeah, I don't like the Banshee at all in this map. It's actually really bad. Okay, come on. We need this. Witch Doctor, you need to kill some stuff now. Rather quickly. No! Chimera, please kill the harpies. No. Chimera didn't want to. If only it had wanted to kill harpies. But Chimera's all like, but I don't want to kill harpies, I want to turn people into dinosaurs. And that's where the problems began. Alright. Overtime does not particularly... Yeah, I mean, that's not going to YouTube this kill anyway, because I don't like the... I don't like the way the... Banshee works. There's still some time. I can just get a good assault here. And I just need to turn the boss around a little bit. Not enough time apparently. The Banshee was terrible. But that's really standing on the way of... Replacing the fire elemental, you need 2 undead slots. I guess there's an argument for this one. And for this one. This will make the deck a little bit cheaper. Oh, not Jaina. The Darkmist Broodqueen still. But I don't have Pyromancer now. It's the Necro and the Chimera that are killing the air units. Well, that's a good chunk of skellies, right? Well, let's see what we can make of this. The poison is the problem, though. Need to wait a little bit more with the... Everything's getting poisoned so badly. That hurts. The Plague Farmer is a little bit irresponsible in the way that it just throws that plague everywhere. I could send a miner that way. Plague Farmer just hitting everything, everywhere, and all at once. And those Plague Farmers. But Necro is a big damn. Look at that Plague Farmer. I mean, it's just trolling, isn't it? Like it just throws stuff around. And then it leaves the mess to be cleaned up by somebody else. Truly, Plague Farmer, truly. You are an epic troll. Other than that, this has been quite effective, actually. I mean, look at the way that thing went down. It just went down. Boom. Plague Farmer instead of Chimera. But Chimera is the most important mini in this army. Why would I replace my most important mini? That was actually quite strong in the end. So still working around the same core. Fire Elemental tanking. Quillbore secondary tank. Chimera. Chimera plus Pyro typically, but here it was Chimera plus Necro. Then a couple of cheap things that can deal a bunch of damage. This was the Horde army. In the Horde army I used armored fire elementals, which was okay. But not necessary. This was the Blackrock. There was an armored fire elemental in this one too. Blackrock was pretty smooth. But the main tank, the secondary tank, also Disruptor, the two big damage dealers. On Undead I used Necro instead of Pyro. Then a couple of more flexible support characters. The tanks, the big damage dealers. This one I did with Unbounds, just testing the concept. This one was missing the Quillbore actually. I mean, it's the same idea every time, just with tiny variations. And these were mostly minus 2.1 to minus 2.5, something like that. So pretty deep in the red. And it went quite easily. Oh, actually now that I got gold from there, I don't think I'm getting stuff rare on this account. I don't think that's my goal. But buying the Spirit Ward for the Witch Doctor could be useful. I actually forgot to take screenshots. I think this one was better army than the Abomination one in the end. There's so much elemental damage here. I need to grab the screenshots before I buy the talent. Otherwise tables be a little bit confusing. The Blackrock kill was quite smooth. So yeah, not too bad. Definitely much easier heroic than something like Gorklaw. The Alliance skill is probably the one that I'm not going to show. Or I would have to re-kill it because I didn't like the Alliance team that much. There would be an option to re-kill it. What if I adjusted the Alliance team a little? Or was this fine? What else am I going to use in the Alliance slots? other than Safe and the Griffin Ride. This doesn't have the quill bar though. The quill bar did a rather fantastic job, but maybe we'll see. These don't have great minis to put in the alliance slots. All the poison and AoE means that bandits are really awkward. Also, there's no chests for the bandits. Ogre mages and everything. I don't want to run Footman. Also, the boss deals elemental damage. I don't need a Harvest Golem. I don't think Huntress contributes much here. Huntress is resistant though, which is a bit of an upside. It's so expensive when I already have a fairly expensive team, so doesn't seem to do that much. I didn't do Gorklo on this account because I didn't have Earth Shield. I didn't figure out a good way to kill Gorklo without Earth Shield, at least when heavily underleveled. But now I have bought Earth Shield later. I am going to buy this talent before I forget about it. I don't want to go to rares on this account. I don't think I want to go that high level.
I hear the summons.
Careful aim. Right now this account is mostly in the phase that I would need to buy talents. I'm missing way too many talents. I would need to get all the minis talented. There's still some way to go to do that. Also still a couple of commons, but this is completely free to play. From the start of global launch. I could have, of course, these were really easy. I didn't bother doing all of them on this account. I did 5 already on the main. I mean, those two are super easy. This one I also didn't have the Earth Shield, so I didn't bother doing it. But now I would, so I could easily do that one. These were all untalented kills. I killed Merc Deep 3 times without talents. Vesper the Vesper's really hard without talents, but now I have all the talents that I would need, so I could of course go back and do those as well. So we could easily get this to 127, 128 sigils. Or a bit more coins. But yeah. Looks quite alright. Jaina will have to wait until tomorrow. But Darkmist Broodqueen, I haven't had time to do heroics for a week and a half, I think. So it's good that we getting back on track with the heroics again. This one, then these, and then we can get to Ungoro and so on and so forth. Yeah, I think that's going to be all for today. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. And I will be back again tomorrow. Working on Jaina, I suppose. Probably. So, yeah. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.